Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Christian. I'm on the marketing team at QA, and I'll be playing host today with our two speakers, Jennifer and Laude. So yeah, thanks for being here today for introducing traffic insights, understand and act on your waiting room traffic. So just a couple quick housekeeping notes. We will be recording the webinar, so you'll be able to go back and rewatch a section you missed if you aren't able to show up live today, and you'll get an email afterwards, or if you want to share it with a peer or colleague, you can of course do that. And in terms of questions, we do have time dedicated at the end for Q&A with both Jennifer and Laude. So there's a Zoom toolbar. You can feel free to enter questions in the Q&A section, and we'll be sure to get to those at the end. So without further ado, let's present our two experts today, Jennifer and Laude. Jennifer, would you like to start and introduce yourself?
Certainly. So my name is Jennifer Hughes. I'm the head of customer success based here in the US. My team manages here in our North America and South American customers. A little fun fact about me is I have season tickets to the Minnesota Timberwolves, which is the NBA team here, and I've had those for 23 years. And that's older than like some of the staff even I manage.
Okay, 23 years. That's quite a run.
That's
dedication right there. Laude, how about yourself? Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. So my name is Lotte, and I work as a product manager here at Qt, mainly focusing on the product that we're going to talk about today, Traffic Insights. And my fun fact is, I have a thing where in most sentences, my brain will automatically pick a word and then connect it to a song immediately. And I mean, it happened 3 times today. The latest one was someone mentioning pants, and I was imagining Jim Fallon doing his tight pants song. And that one is still playing, but I swear to God, and what the funny thing is that typically I burst out singing, but I'll try my best to not do that while we're talking here.
All right. We'll see. Just so you're all forewarned in case Laude bursts out in song. Great, thanks Jennifer and Laude. So just to run through the agenda quickly today. So we're going to first highlight a little bit this puzzle of unusual traffic, what the problem is that Insights help solve. The brand new crystal ball, spoiler alert, it is Traffic Insights. You might have seen the image earlier. We're going to go through a little bit the look and feel of Traffic Insights, a description about the difference between basic and premium versions, and then again that Q&A as promised. So Laude, would you like to start us off with some of the, you've been working for several months now on this product, and what's the problem that we're helping solve here?
Yeah, well, I'd actually like to kick off with a customer quote, which in a nutshell describes this problem, or at least like the key input that we got while working on the product, trying to build it. This customer says, the biggest thing we are looking for is visibility. We might be having problems that we don't see. And I think that's the key. Everyone, I'm sure, on this call can relate to having visibility or relate to having data about your waiting rooms, like who's there. And I also know that Jennifer got quite a few questions on that one. So, right, Jennifer?
Yeah, absolutely. I think, this is our main monitoring page, and we definitely get questions as a customer success team, like where is the info coming from? What are these real visitors?
Exactly. And that's what we heard again and again while talking to customers. I mean, data is king, right? And if you don't have data, how can you make informed business decisions? So,
exactly. Especially when it comes to understanding, any unusual traffic patterns. It can be sudden spikes in traffic, or as this customer quote says, understanding or being certain that you are serving your genuine customers. Without knowledge, it's hard to plan. And that also means you're having a hard time, detecting or figuring out how to manage the bots and abuse that come in.
Yeah, and as you're saying, Jennifer, I mean, the goal, of course, is to make sure that you do serve genuine customers or genuine visitors, right? And bots out there are getting smarter and smarter. And the fact of the matter is that customers are seeing and will continue to see unusual traffic patterns and unusual traffic winding up in the waiting room. And I guess what we're trying to get to here is this thing about the puzzle. Understanding that unusual traffic can be quite the puzzle. So Jen, maybe you can talk a little bit about the cases where this unusual traffic often spikes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we see that specifically, with high profile and high visibility sales. If you think of like with big tickets, I know a couple years ago, Garth Brooks had a stadium tour, and like those tickets sold out in like 5 minutes. And that doesn't make sense for how big size stadiums are, that the tickets would go that fast. So that's like a problem, you could see in ticketing with the high demand. Also, we see that with product or sneaker drops, any of those big drops that increase demand, as well as like government relief programs. I know when there was COVID programs that came out, I think there was a lot of unusual traffic because everybody wanted to get a hold of some of that money. And that lack of visibility, really means you struggle to spot unusual patterns. And if you do, you don't know where to look for an explanation.
Yeah.
And actually you start questioning, what is happening with my online traffic? Am I doing something wrong? Is someone else doing something wrong? Are my sales secure? And we understand, how horrible those thoughts can be when your business stakes are so high. So now if you think you have, or if you have a bot issue, if you think you might have a lot of data center traffic, we have a new feature for you, and we have some good news. And that's called our crystal ball, or we give you a crystal ball, which is called Traffic Insights. And with Traffic Insights, you'll be able to know and understand your waiting room traffic with confidence. Lada, can you tell us more about it?
Absolutely, I'm happy to. Right, so I think this statement says it all. You do get a visual, actionable overview of your waiting room traffic and the visitor details. And you do get accurate server-side analytics, which is key to make sure that it's the absolute accurate data that you're looking at. So that's in a nutshell. But I think, in other words, what you get with Traffic Insights is you out there, and basically every customer of ours are getting the chance to feel empowered. I mean, you can trust the data that you get to detect the suspicious traffic, but also to understand the genuine traffic, which is just as important. If something is off, we have alerts, which we're going to send to you. I'm going to show you that in a second. But of course, those alerts are going to be there to kind of say, hey, Christian, if you were running a waiting room, this is off. And we want to help you understand what that's about, but also help you on taking action on it, basically. So all of this, of course, is serves the purpose of customers out there being able to, one, make sure that the waiting room performance is better as waiting rooms are happening, but certainly also that you can strengthen your bots and abuse strategy, really. So yeah, that's Traffic Insights.
Great, thank you so much, Lada, for giving an overview there. So could you maybe walk us through a little bit, what's the look and feel of Traffic Insights in the Go Qt platform?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the product consists of 2 pages. We have 2 dashboards. And that's the current version. We have these 2 dashboards. There's another one coming up. That's a spoiler alert. But then we also have these 2 overview pages, which is there to kind of give you a quick information without having to spend a lot of time on doing analytics. But yeah, those are the 2 types of pages that we have. So a total of 4 different pages. And yeah, I think without any further ado, maybe I should share the product. We can go to the Go platform. So basically, it's available to everyone, and you can access it through the menu. As we can tell, let me just check this one out. Yes, you can access it through the menu, or you can access it through the monitoring page. And we've added this green button up there, which upon click is going to take you through to one of the dashboards. But that button can also turn orange. And what that means is that we've detected some unusual traffic patterns. Now, in this case, you're going to go to the alerts overview page. But I'd like to start out with just showing you one of the dashboards, the visitor details dashboard. And what this does is that it gives you details about your inflow. So really, it states where it states the geography split. It states the device split, and then also your referrer split. Basically, where is your inflow coming from? Then you have the option to filter out different things if there's something you want to dig into. So you can do that on the graph, or you can do that in the filter panel to the left. You also have the option of making specific time selections. You can do that on the graphs, or you can go to the advanced time picker up there if there's a certain period you want to look into. And on all the pages, we have the opportunity to download it in case you want to share some information that you saw. This one is our Explorer dashboard, and that's really like the biggest dashboard that we have. It gives you all the details that we have, and this really allows you to dig into a lot more details. You can slice and dice the information as you see fit, and you can really, really drill into the detail on this one. For instance, if there's something that's off, you might see, I don't know, traffic from unusual or from Twitter in this case, or from a data center. What you can do is that you can filter out the information. And in this case, now we're only looking at all the requests from this one IP address. So this is just to show you that you can go into log details for each and every request made by this one IP address. So there's quite a lot. This is one of the overview pages. It's a highlights page. It's a quick way to get an overview. How is your waiting room performance overall? So on this page, you get some information about unusual traffic. You get information on data center traffic. So basically overall levels, how is it doing? But we did talk about the alerts, and that's of course also something that we do on the monitoring page. So if something is off, we kind of push that to the customers here. And when clicking on that orange call to action button there, you're going to go to this page here. So that's basically a page that lists all the alerts that we've detected. And then you can select whatever alert you want to log into and get all the details that are relevant for the alert in question. You can, again, share, or you can dig deeper in the Explorer dashboard to kind of, again, start slicing and dicing the information. So that's really it. That's our product.
Okay, so
yeah.
Cool. So it sounds like there's both, if you want to self-initiated go in and really dig in, add some filters and investigate, but there's also that proactive element with the alerts, which is from the monitor, which many of the people who are attending the webinar today are kind of familiar with, and that's the home base, right? So they can still use the monitor, but then be prompted if there's something unusual.
Or even, we've had so many customer conversations, and thank you if anyone's attending here. Like that visibility, whoever's doing the monitoring, the fact that they get to see what's the geography split like, because if that's not correct, you might not be seeing spikes, but the geography split often can tell you, hey, there's something that's off. So it's a super quick way if you use that visitor details dashboard. But then if you want to dig even deeper, and again, it's also, you have to be a little bit tech savvy to kind of understand all those details on the Explorer dashboard. But yeah, there's a troubleshooting element to traffic insights, but there's also, of course, us just notifying you and helping you act if there's something.
And then you have always, like as you mentioned, that highlights page, right? Exactly. Which is just a great spot to go to get a high-level overview of what's the unusual traffic like here.
I'd typically go there if I'd have like a major event or something super important happening. I would go there just once an hour, maybe just to check what's the level of unusual traffic to my waiting room. So yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That makes a ton of sense. So thanks so much for the walkthrough there, Lotta. And Jennifer, I know there's both a basic version and a premium version of Traffic Insights. So could you explain to those who are attending today what the difference is between the two?
Yeah, absolutely. The basic version everybody has access to, and that will give you 6 hours of data. So as Lotta had kind of pointed out, it's a new menu item over on the left-hand side. You've probably seen it with the shiny new button. But that the basics is going to give you 6 hours of data and will give you 12 filters. So that's kind of the information that you'll get there. And then we also have a premium version, which will give you 14 days of data. So a big jump there in the data that you'll be able to access, as well as there are 13 more filters. And also you get that alerts piece. So that was the what Lotta was showing. It would show right during a live sale, an alert button at the top of the monitor page if there was some unusual traffic coming in, and then you could dig into it in more detail. So just looking at the filters here, you can see we're showing the 12 original filters and then the 13 premium filters that you get to add on. And of course, more filters, you can target the data more, so you can slice and dice and really dig into and find the data and the control that you need. And to access the system, you'll see over on the left-hand side of the new menu. And while I said everybody has access to basic, you also can have a 30-day trial of the premium version. So in the menu on the top right-hand corner, it will show you like how far back you want to look at the data. And you see there's an option there that says, I'd like to, choose 14 days. And then we'll just ask for your email and it will give you 30 days of access to that premium version right in the platform. So you can sign up that way individually, or you can talk to your customer success manager and they can help you get the 30-day free access as well too.
Fantastic. Thanks so much, Lauda and Jennifer, for that explanation. That kind of sums up the contents of the presentation thus far. So I think now next step is to move over to some of the questions. And I can see we have a couple that's come in also in the chat. So how long do you hold historical data for? I'm not sure if that's the 14-day answer or...
Currently, it's 14 days of historical data.
For the premium customers.
For the premium, yeah. But for the basics, it's just rolling 6 hours of data. The 14 days of data is something we've gotten a lot of questions about, like why is it just the 14 days of data? So without promising too much, it might be more in the future. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. But currently 14 days for premium, 6 out, a rolling 6 hours for basic, which everyone has access.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. And then we have another question. Are alerts available to everyone on Qit or just to clients who sign up for the next level of security?
It's so alerts are available to everyone who has the premium version. Thus far, it's just that button on the monitoring page. Again, that's something that we're hoping to expand. We've had customers ask, "Can I get it in a text message or on email or, on whatever preferred device of theirs?" But it's available to only premium customers, so those on Insights Premium.
Okay.
Yep.
And there's both that proactive alert on the monitor page, but then there's also the alerts.
Yeah, the alerts overview page.
The overview if you go to the traffic insights,
Exactly.
and then you had with the aggressive IP addresses
Exactly.
and whatnot that you showed in the demo.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
How does someone take action from insights?
Yeah, that's on a lot of the cases we have like a small call to action button, which in its current version, this is version 1. That's going to take you through to either an FAQ or to a white paper. It's not, if I'm completely honest, the best solution at this point. We are working towards having just a click of a button and then it's all solved. But in all the Traffic Insights pages, there's this floating support button. And if you're in doubt about anything, a lot of those answers are going to be there. We're also working on adding tooltips just to make some of the data even more self-explanatory.
Perfect. And I think there's a question about downloading the data. I think you referenced that a little bit in your demo there.
Yes. So the download function right now is a PDF that you can share. We're working on making that a CSV file or any other format that you can actually work with. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Great. Any last questions?
More questions?
Let's see. Okay. Let's see here. So different topic that maybe not part of the webinar, but would you consider a dynamic safety net where the throughput would adjust during periods of high traffic? For example, would we could set it to pull back based on inflow?
Yeah, I think that's not
I think,
Traffic Insights.
Yeah, no, I think
question.
if I understand this, I think I've seen this question from other customers about programmatically. Like using an API to say when the traffic hits this, then slow the throughput to this amount.
Yeah.
I know I've heard that on another call. That is a different team, I think, on the product side. But I know if that is the question, I know that has been brought up before.
And we do have a lot of dynamicness to the safety net and the inflow and all that stuff. That's for one of our technical engagement guys to dig into.
Okay, so got a couple more questions here. This is a good one. Maybe, I know, Jennifer, if you want to take this one or throw it to Lauda, but how does the customer know if they're premium or not? And where can they find insights again?
Yeah, the Insights menu is going to be over just on the left-hand side of the monitor or on the screen, and it will show you, it says new in bright blue. So that's where it will take you to the insights page. And if you everybody has basic, so unless you have purposely signed up for premium, you would only see like those 6 hours. So that's kind of the difference there. And or if you had already spoken with your customer success manager, we have had some customers who have upgraded to premium already. So it's just going to be based on kind of the amount of data that you see or that you can go back on, as well as the number of filters that you can see too. Does that sound like the right answer, Lotta?
Okay.
Yeah. And then I think actually on the screen now it's an image of the menu that has just the 3 menu points. If you are in premium, like that's I guess the quickest way to go. Then you can see alerts as a 4th menu point there. If you don't have alerts in the menu, then you're on basics.
Okay. So the next question: how do security roles work with Insights? So what roles have access to Insights, and is there a way to limit access to the Insights tool? I think a lot of that might be a good one for you.
Yeah. At this point, I'm assuming that that's Go roles. So we have admins, and everyone does have access except for what is lowest volume again?
Read only.
Yeah, read only, but we also have like another level. But admins for sure have access. It's not everyone, but admins, and then I forgot the other role. That's I should know.
Okay.
It's out of my head right now, but
at least if there are several people with that admin title, they would, at least as it currently stands, they would all have access instead of at an account level.
Exactly, and I think that's a lot of the users on the Go platform are admin. But,
right. Okay, but that's good.
Sorry maybe that I can't answer that 100% sharply at this point.
Yeah, but it could be good feedback or something to take back to the team and assess if that's something that would want to be split up by.
That's super good feedback. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, another question, and keep them coming. This is great. Love the dynamic questions here. So David asks, using the information within Insights, should I be able to identify and block bots?
Yes, 100% the identification of bots. The blocking is, you can do a lot of things in action and triggers, but then of course we also have the bots and abuse product, which is, great for hard blocking and all of that stuff. But the actual action does happen outside of Traffic Insights. What Insights does is that it gives you the visibility on which bots are there, how aggressive are they, when were they there, where are they coming from, like all of those details. So it's the action is guided on Traffic Insights, but it happens outside of Traffic Insights.
And I think a good example of that is you mentioned data center traffic, right?
Yeah.
And it's not maybe 100% that those are bots or malicious users, but there is a higher chance that data center traffic is not a genuine shopper using their mobile device or home computer. And I know for example, we have as part of the bots and abuse package at Kiwit, we have a data center IP blocking sort of functionality where there's a list of known data centers and you can configure the waiting room to block traffic from those data centers. So that's maybe a nice example of the synergy between what you might see in Insights and then some of the steps you're able to concretely take outside of Insights, but with that knowledge that you gain from the visibility from
Exactly.
Insights.
And like one thing is blocking the malicious traffic or what you believe is malicious traffic. The other thing is that we in the demo we just had this Twitter bot who was trying to access the target URL, but in this case it winded up in the queue or in the waiting room. So that's really hurting your, social media efforts or whatever. And what you can do is you can actually allow Twitter, Google, Facebook, whatever, to bypass the waiting room because, of course, they should be allowed to go and read the content. So I don't know if that was a long answer. I hope it made sense.
All right. Let's see. I don't think I've missed any questions thus far. Okay. Well, unless one rolls in here in the next couple of seconds, I think we'll move ahead and wrap up today. Thank you again for for taking time out of your busy schedules to meet with us today. Great questions. Love it. Love the dynamic conversation here. Maybe Jennifer, could you sort of wrap things up here for our customers who might want to learn more?
Yeah, absolutely. If you take a look at the insights. If you have questions, you can reach out to the customer success manager. and we can set up more an in-depth demo with you if you'd like to do that. And also if you sign up for premium, and you can discuss more the premium pricing and stuff with your customer success manager as well. So just reach out to them directly. If you don't know who your customer success manager is, you can ask me too, and I can point you in the right direction. But we really appreciate your attendance today, and look forward to all of our customers using Traffic Insights.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Have a great rest of your day, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Have a great one. Thanks.